Hi there, welcome. My name is Elisha, and in today's class, we'll be covering a bunch of twists, and our peak pose will be Revolved Side Angle. I'd recommend grabbing a block if you want to modify your practice, or if you have one, it can help you get deeper into the poses, but it's definitely not needed. All you'll need is your mat. Once you're ready, join me in a seated position. We'll start to ground ourselves. Today's class will be about 50 minutes. So you're in for a treat. Once you're ready, start to close your eyes. Start to roll your shoulders away from the ears. Start to breathe in through the nose. Hold it at the top. Open mouth sigh, let it go. Breathe in through the nose. Hold it at the top. Open mouth sigh, let it go. One more, just like that. Breathe in through the nose. Hold it at the top. Open mouth sigh, let it go. We'll start to switch into our Ujjayi pranayama, our victorious breath. So start to breathe in through the nose. Keep the lips sealed. Exhale. We'll do two more, just like this. Breathe in through the nose. Keep the lips sealed. Constrict the throat. Exhale. One more time. Breathe in through the nose. Constrict the throat. Keep the lips sealed. Try to make an oceanic noise in the back of your throat. Exhale. Throughout our practice today, you're more than welcome to take this Ujjayi pranayama, but if that's just not available for you today, or you wouldn't like to take that, you can always continue breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth, or simple breath. We'll take one more breath, your choice. Breathe in. Start to clear the mind. At the end of your exhale, start to slowly flutter the eyes open. Beautiful. On your next inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, bring your left hand to the right side of the knee, and then start to slowly gaze to the side of the room. Take an inhale here. See if you can sit up a little bit taller. And exhale, maybe get a little bit deeper. Inhale back to center. Sweep arms overhead. Exhale, switch sides. So bring the opposite arm to the outside of the opposite knee. Gaze to the side of the room. Feel that twist starting to come from the lower back. Take an inhale here. See if you can sit up a little bit taller. And exhale, maybe get even deeper into that twist. On your next inhale, sweep arms overhead, come back to center. And exhale, bring them out in front of you. Start to walk your hands in front. Let the chest start to fall over the knees. Gaze is neutral, neck is neutral, gaze down at the floor. Start to feel this stretch. And on your outside of the glutes, take a big breath here. Inhale, maybe lift the chest. Exhale, allow the chest to fall deeper. Try to avoid rounding the back here. Try to have a nice flat back here. On your next inhale, start to bring the hands back to center and meet me in a tabletop position. So spread the fingers out nice and wide. Pointer finger will be facing forward, shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. Knees are about hip distance apart. And we'll start to warm the spine up with a few cat and cows. On your next inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, start to lift the gaze up. And exhale, tuck the tailbone under, gaze towards the navel, press the ground away with the hands, round the back for cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly, roll the shoulders back, moving through cow. Start to lift the gaze up. And exhale, press the ground away. Tuck tailbone under, gaze towards the navel for cat pose. Now I invite you to move through these motions one breath at a time, one breath, one movement. No rush at all, move at your pace. Our only goal here is to continue warming up the spine. At this point, if you would like to introduce some horizontal movement, maybe swaying the hips side to side, or maybe trying to create figure eights with the body as you move through cat and cow, you're more than welcome to take that here. There's no right or wrong way to do it as long as it feels good in the body. We'll do one more round here. And once you're ready, maybe back in a neutral tabletop position. Gaze down at the left hand. Start to ground into the left hand. Inhale, sweep the right arm overhead. Gaze up at the ceiling. And exhale, bring the right hand in between the space between the left wrist and the left knee. And start to drop the right shoulder down towards the mat. So you have the option to stay here. Or if you want a little bit more, try stepping the left foot back. Continue to ground into that left hand. You can stay here, or on your next inhale, lift the left leg up, left toes face down. Actively engage the core here, playing around with our balance. We're here for one more breath. Exhale, slowly lower the left toes down. Bring the left knee down, ground into the left hand. Inhale, sweep the right arm overhead. And exhale, bring the right hand down. Let's switch sides. Right hand underneath the shoulder. Inhale, sweep left arm up. And exhale, thread that left hand between the right wrist and the right knee. Drop the left shoulder down towards the earth. And again, you have the option to stay here or step your right foot back. On your next inhale, you can stay here or lift the right leg up, right toes face down. Actively flex that right foot back. Engage the core, engage the hamstrings, engage the glute. Hold it here, one more breath. Exhale, start to slowly lower the right foot down. Lower the right knee, ground into the right hand. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. And exhale, release it towards the floor. Ground into the hands, curl the toes under, and once you're ready, lift the hips up towards the sky, first downward facing dog of the day. Now, make this down dog your own. You can pedal the feet out, maybe try bending one knee at a time. Spread the fingers out nice and wide, pointer finger facing forward. Try to place the weight into the pointer finger and your thumb, and this will help protect the wrist and try to transfer some of the weight towards the top of the hands instead of the back of the hands. Maybe shake your head yes, and then shake your head no. Let the neck hang heavy here. Maybe try bending the knees so much so that you can lift the hips up higher, heels reach up, and then let the heels fall towards the earth. Don't worry if your heels can't touch the ground right now. That is totally okay. We're still really early on in our practice, so just take a moment to check in with yourself. How do you feel? How does your body feel here in this first down dog? We'll check in later on. Just bring your awareness to how you feel and maybe start to notice if you change, if your body changes, if your mindset changes. Start to come back into a neutral down dog position. Start to bend the knees super deep. Look towards the front of the mat. And slowly walk your feet to meet your hands. Hang heavy here, forward fold position. So you have a few options here. I'd recommend having a nice soft bend of the knees as we're still early in our practice. You can allow the head to hang heavy. You can allow the hands to reach towards the mat. Or you can grab opposite elbows for ragdoll. And maybe try gently swaying side to side. Maybe try bending one knee at a time. This should feel really good as we release the low back, especially if you sit for long periods of time. If you want to get deeper into those shoulders, try bringing the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and then allow the hands to reach overhead. This can feel really nice as well. Just a different flavor. Neither is right, or neither is better than the other. Just do what is right for you. If your arms are reaching behind you, try windshield wiping them side to side. Maybe try bending one knee at a time. Try to avoid locking out the knees here. Let the head hang heavy. How is our breathing here today? Are you still maintaining that ujjayi breathing or that simple breath? Start to come back to it. Taking those long, deep inhales in through the nose. And those long, deep exhales, either keeping the lips sealed or open that side, your choice. Start to come back to center. If arms are reaching behind you, let them fall to the earth. Let the head hang heavy. Slowly start to roll yourself up to standing. Stack one vertebrae at a time. Try to roll up slower than you want to. When you get up to the top, roll the shoulders up towards your ears and roll them back down along your spine. Let the arms reach by your side, palms facing forward. Take a moment to reset. Bring your toes together, heels slightly apart. We'll move through our sun salutation. Inhale, sweep arms overhead, reach up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bring hands to heart center, hinge from the hips, soft bend of the knees here, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. You can place your hands on your shins or your thighs, roll the shoulder blades away from the ears, gaze down at the floor, engage the core here, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, place the hands on the floor, and step back into a high plank position. We'll be here for just one moment. So get nice and strong here, spread the fingers out nice and wide. Lower the knees down, untuck the toes, squeeze your elbows into your sides. Try to imagine you're making grasshopper legs and slowly roll or slowly lower down the chest. We're here for 5, lowering down for 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Great job. Hands are underneath the shoulders. We'll move into cobra. Inhale, lift the chest up. Gaze is a few inches in front of the mat. We're relying on our back strength here. So see if you can make the weight heavy, light in the hands, maybe even lift the hands away from the mat. Exhale, lower the hands down, lower the chest down. Start to press yourself back up into the tabletop position. Curl the toes under, and then lift the hips up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Take a moment to reset. So that first vinyasa we just took is a modified vinyasa. You're more than welcome throughout our practice today to take that version. Moving forward, we'll be doing our full vinyasas with our chaturanga and our upward facing dog. If that's not your jam, you can always modify with what we just did. If you want to make this practice even harder, you can always double dip and do double push-ups for your chaturanga. Always your choice. Start to come back to neutral for down dog. Bend the knees, look towards the front of the mat. And slowly walk your feet to meet your hands. Hang heavy here, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. Ground into the feet. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Reach up towards the sky. And exhale, release your hands by your side. Bring the toes back together, heels slightly apart. We'll move through our regular vinyasa this time. Inhale, sweep arms overhead, reach up towards the sky. And exhale, swan dive forward, bend the knees slightly, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts, hands on the shins, the thighs, roll the shoulders back. Make an L shape at the body, engage the core. Exhale, bend the knees, place the hands on the mat. Option to step or hop back to a high plank position. Moving to chaturanga. Shift the weight forward, glue the elbows into your side, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Draw the hips towards the mat, tops the feet on the mat, roll shoulder blades away so your thighs are not touching the floor here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Curl over the toes, lift the hips up towards the sky. Take a moment to reset here. We'll be here for 2 breaths. Maybe focusing and checking in with the body. How do you feel compared to that first down dog we took today? One more breath here. The end of your next exhale, start to bend the knees, look towards the front of the mat. Option to step, jump, or hop your way up to the front. Meet me in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, let it go. Ground into the feet. Inhale, sweep arms overhead, reach up towards the sky. And exhale, release your hands by your side. Beautiful job. All right, moving into Utkatasana chair pose. Squeeze the knees, sweep the hands across the floor, open the hands up, Utkatasana chair pose. So imagine that you're sitting back into a small chair. Squeeze the knees in together. We're tucking the tailbone under instead of sticking the hips out. So actively engage that core here. Arms reach overhead. If you feel any tightness in your traps, you can also open the arms out wider. Turn the pinkies in. That'll help alleviate some of the stress here. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe see if you can sink a little deeper. Maybe roll the shoulder blades away from the ears. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can sink even deeper. Hold it here. Maybe lift the toes up off the mat. Weight is back in the heels. Engage the core. Exhale. Bring hands to heart center. Dive forward. Let it go. Forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, place the hands on the mat, step jump, hop back, move through your vinyasa. Option always to modify. An option to increase the difficulty by doing those double dip, those double push-ups, chaturangas. Maybe back in a downward facing dog. On your next inhale, sweep the right leg up, stack the hips, open it out to the side. You can stay here, or you can make circles with the knees and the ankle. Try to keep weight equal in the hands. I always like to go 3 times clockwise and then 3 times counterclockwise. Opening up the hips here, showing the hip flexors some love. Once you're done with that, kick the right foot back, right toes face down. Look to the front of the mat. Exhale, knee to nose, shift the way forward. Inhale, kick it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, step the right foot in between your hands. Lower the left knee down, untuck left toes, moving into a low lunge. Place the hands on the hips. Inhale, lift the chest up. Low lunge position. So imagine that you're stomping with your right foot and you're trying to draw the right heel in towards the center of the mat. Use your hands to square the hips. Knees should be stacking over the ankle. Roll the shoulder blades away. Tuck tailbone under. Engage the core here. Once you feel nice and strong in that foundation, then on your next inhale, sweep your arms overhead. So same options as our Utkatasana chair pose. If you start to feel that tightness in the traps, try opening the arms out wider. Maybe turn the hands so the pinkies face in. If arms are reaching overhead, take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the gaze up, squeeze shoulder blades together. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the gaze. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, take the right hand, grab the left wrist, and then bring the left wrist over to the right side. Start to feel that nice stretch along the left side of the body, the left hip flexor. Are you continuing to stomp with that right knee, or that right foot rather, trying to draw it in towards the center of the mat? Continue to tuck the tailbone under, engage the core. On your next inhale, come back to center, release the wrist. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat, shift the hips back, half splits. So lift the right toes up, shifting the weight back towards the heels. You can walk the hands closer to the hips for a little bit more support here. If you want to move, you're more than welcome to stay here, but if you want to get even deeper into your calf muscle, gaze at the right big toes. Imagine that you're pressing down on a gas pedal, then press forward. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, press down. One more time. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, press down. Hold for the inhale and the exhale. On the next inhale, lift the foot back up. Start to walk the hands forward to frame the foot. Curl left toes under, lift right knee up, ground into the left hand. Inhale, sweep right arm overhead. Simple twist. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Ground into the hands, step the right foot back, move through your vinyasa, meet me in a downward facing dog. Throughout our practice today, when we're in our down dog position, you're more than welcome to take a child's pose. If you need to catch your breath, if you need to grab some water, we'll take one more breath here. Open mouth sigh, let it go. On your next inhale, sweep the left leg up, stack the hips, open it out to the side. Same options here, you can stay here, or you can make those circles with the knee and the ankle. Try to go 3 times clockwise, and then 3 times counterclockwise. Actively trying to keep weight equal in the hands here. Once you're done with that, kick the left foot back, left toes face down, moving through our core. Take a big breath here. Inhale, exhale, left knee to nose, shift the weight forward. Inhale, kick it back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick it back. Look to the front of the mat. Step the left foot in between the hands. Lower the right knee down. Untuck right toes. Place the hands on the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, low lunge. It's the same cues as before. Imagine you're stomping with that left heel. Try to draw it in towards the body. Tuck the tailbone under. Engage the core. Roll shoulder blades away from the ears. Once you feel nice and strong in that foundation, on your next inhale, sweep arms overhead. Roll shoulder blades away from the ears. Maybe open the arms out wider. Turn the pinkies in if that feels good for you today. If arms are reached overhead, take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, lift the gaze, squeeze shoulder blades together. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, cactus the arms, squeeze elbows in, squeeze shoulder blades in, lift the gaze. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, grab the right wrist with the left hand, and then bring the right hand over to the left side. Keep stomping in with that left heel. Keep tucking the tailbone in. Keep engaging the core here. Start to feel that nice stretch along the right side of the body and in the right hip flexor. Take one more breath here. On your next inhale, come back to center, release the hands, and then cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Shift the weight back, half splits. So you can walk your hands closer to your hips for more support. Try to keep the back nice and long here. Gaze is to the front of the mat. You can stay here, you can get that nice stretch. If you want to get even deeper into your calf, gaze at the left big toe. Take a big breath here, inhale. Exhale, press down. Imagine you're pressing down on that gas pedal. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale, press down. Inhale, final one. Exhale, press down. Hold it here through the exhale. On your next inhale, lift the toes back up. Start to walk the hands to the front of the mat. Bend into the left foot. Curl right toes under. Lift right knee up. Ground into that right hand. Inhale, swift left arm up towards the ceiling. Simple twist. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Step the left foot back. Move through your vinyasa. Meet me in a downward facing dog. Take a moment to reset here. Again, if you need to lower the knees down, take child's pose, grab some water, you're more than welcome to do that. If you want an added challenge today, you don't want to stay in a down dog, try moving into a plank position. We will be doing a lot of core later, so your choice here. If that isn't your jam, just stay back in a downward facing dog. If you're in a child's pose and you're grabbing water, start to meet us back in a downward facing dog. We'll take one more breath here. Open mouth, sigh, let it go. Beautiful job. Start to bend the knees, lift to the front of the mat. Step, jump, hop your way up to the front. moving into our Utkatasana chair pose. Sweep the hands across the mat, open arms overhead, start to sink the weight back into the heels, engage the core, tuck the tailbone under, roll shoulder blades away from the ears, maybe open the arms out to the side, maybe turn the pinkies in. Take a big breath here, inhale, exhale, maybe sink a little bit deeper. One more big breath here, inhale, exhale, sink even deeper. On your next inhale, bring your hands into a prayer position to heart center. Sink back in towards, sink the way back. Ground into the right foot. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow to the outside of the right knee, twisted chair. So take a moment to look down at your knees and make sure that one knee isn't moving in front of the other. Try to shift the weight back so our hips are nice and square. You can stay here in a prayer position, or if you want a little bit more, try opening the arms out to the side, gaze to the side of the room. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, start to bring them back to heart center. Ground into the right foot. Start to slowly lift the left toes up. Let them hover just an inch over the mat. You feel that shaking. That just means you're getting stronger. Hold it here. One more breath. And exhale. We're going to start to shift back into a high crescent lunge. So we're going to shift into a standing knee to chest. So inhale, bring the hands back to center, ground into the right foot, bring the left knee with you. Meet me in a standing knee to chest. Release the hands towards the hips, start to hinge the way forward, kick the left toes down, bring the hands down to the mat. You can stay here for more support, moving into a warrior three. So you can have hands down at the mat, nice soft bend in the knees here. Hips are square. If you want a little bit more, bring the hands to prayer position. If you want even more today, try bringing your hands overhead. Actively flex into that left toe, this left heel, let the left toes face down towards the earth. Here for one more breath. Exhale if your arms are overhead. Bring them back to heart center. If your hands are on the mat, you can keep them there. Slow and with control. Slowly bend into the right knee, step the left foot back. Meet me in a high crescent lunge. If your hands are on the mat, now start to lift the chest up. High crescent lunge. So bend into that front right knee. You place your hands on your hips. Left heel is lifted. Curling, tucking the tailbone under, zipping the core up. Roll shoulder blades away. And then inhale, sweep arms overhead. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, left hand goes forward, right hand goes back. Twisted high crescent lunge. So gaze is that right hand behind you. Continue bending into that front left knee. Inhale, sweep arms overhead, high crescent lunge. Exhale, left hand goes forward, right hand goes back. Twisted high crescent lunge. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. And exhale, pivot the left foot down, open up warrior two. Gaze past right hand. Actually try to gaze between the right middle finger, past the right middle finger. Bend into that front right knee over the right ankle. Open the arms out to a T. Roll shoulder blades away from the ears. Actively press into the pinky side edge of the left foot. Left foot should be at a 45-degree angle. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, right forearm on top of right thigh. Left arm sweeps up overhead. Extended side angle. Gaze to the side of the room. If you want a little bit more, you could try lifting the right hand off the right thigh. Imagine you're grabbing a big beach ball overhead. So turn on the core, those oblique muscles. Take one more big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Turn the core on. Inhale, lift back up. Warrior two. Gaze past right fingertips. And exhale, turn right palm forward. Reach forward. Reverse your warrior. Left hand on left thigh or left calf. Right arm reaches overhead. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Turn the right heel up. Step the right foot back. Move through your vinyasa. Option to three-legged vinyasa. Keep that right foot lifted. Meet me in a downward facing dog. Take a moment to check in with this down dog. How does it feel compared to that first one we took today? Maybe you notice your heels are reaching down further towards the earth. Maybe you notice that your shoulders are a little bit more open. Try to have a nice soft bend in the knees. At the end, your next exhale, start to bend the knees, lift to the front of the mat. Step, jump, hop your right to the front, moving back to Utkatasana, chair pose. Sweep the hands across the mat, open the hands up overhead, sink the weight back into the heels. Tuck the tailbone under, engage the core. So much weight back in your heels, maybe you can even lift the toes up. Take a big breath here, inhale. Exhale, see if you can sink a little bit deeper. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale, bring hands to heart center, bring them to a prayer. Fill the chest with air, inhale. Exhale, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Twist to the side, twisted chair. So you can stay here, try to bring the chest closer to the hands, or if you want a little bit more, open the hands out to the side, slide the arms overhead. Take a moment to check down on your knees, making sure that one knee isn't moving in front of the other. Want to keep them nice and square, hips nice and square. We'll take one more breath here. And exhale, bring your hands back to heart center. Start to ground into that left foot. Slow and with control, let the right toes hover over the mat. Inhale, bring the hands back to heart center. And exhale, lift the right knee up, standing knee to chest. Nice. We start to feel those shakes and those wobbles. Just means that our ankles and those small little micro muscles in the body are getting even stronger here today. Take a big breath here, inhale. Exhale, hinge from the hips, soft bend in the front and left knee. Start to move into a warrior three. Kick the right foot back, right toes face down. You could always place the hands on the floor for a little bit more support. If that feels okay for you, you can bring the hands to a prayer position. If you want even more, try bringing your hands overhead. Actively flex that right glute, right hamstring, our core here. We'll take one more breath here. Exhale, if hands are reaching overhead, bring them back to a prayer. If hands are on the floor, they can stay there. Slow and with control. Step the right foot back, moving into a high crescent lunge. Beautiful job. If hands are on the floor, start to lift the chest up. You can bring your hands into a prayer position. On your next inhale, sweep arms overhead. And exhale, settle in. Select the left knee, stack over the left ankle, tuck the tailbone in, engage those core muscles, roll shoulder blades away from the ears. The option to turn the pinkies in or open the arms out wider. Your right heel is lifted. Take one more big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand forward, left hand reaches back. High crescent lunge twist. Try to gaze the left hand behind you as you continue sinking in to that front left knee. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, right hand reach forward, left hand reaches back. High crescent lunge twist. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, pivot the right foot down, open up, warrior two. So continue sinking in to that front left knee, pressing into the pinky side edge of the right foot. Open the arms out to a T. Gaze past the middle finger of the left hand. Your left heel should be in line with the arch of the right foot. Right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Continue sinking in even deeper. Maybe check the hand behind you, making sure that it's parallel with you where you think it is in space. One more big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, left forearm on top of left thigh. Sweep right arm overhead, extended side angle. So you can stay here if you need a little bit more support today. Or if you want to activate those core muscles, get deep into those obliques, reach the left arm overhead. Imagine you're grabbing a beach ball. One more breath here. The end of your next exhale, bring the left forearm down, engage the core. Inhale, lift back up, warrior two. Turn the left palm forward, reach forward, and then sweep left hand overhead, peaceful warrior. So right hand on right thigh, right calf. On your next exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Turn the right heel up, step the left foot back to a plank position. Option a three-legged vinyasa, so keep the left foot lifted. Lower down through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So take a moment to settle in, maybe grab some water, maybe take a child's pose. Again, if you want that added challenge, shift the weight forward into a plank position. Beautiful job. We'll take a few more breaths here. And then we'll move into our core section. All right, start to bend the knees, look towards the front of the mat. Step, jump. Actually, start to shift the weight forward into a plank. We'll start off with plank here. So move into our core. Nice. Shoulders are stacked over the wrist. Engage the core. Keep the neck nice and long. You can stay here or try lifting one foot up at a time. So right leg lifts. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Left toes flex. Exhale, lower down. Switch sides. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, lower down. If you're staying here in a plank pose, that is totally fine. If you need to modify by coming down to your knees, that option is always there for you as well. Almost there. One more each side. Right leg lifts. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, lower down. Great job. Holding here for plank. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Lower the knees. Cross the ankles and then shift the weight back into your hips. And then release the legs in front of you. Scoot your weight forward. Feet are back on the mat. Grab the back of your thighs and slowly lower down. Moving into our toe taps. So almost like you're in a bridge pose. Your feet are about hip distance apart. Hands are by your side, almost so that you could graze the back of your heels. Press the space between your low back away. So tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, lift the toes up. So your feet are now at a 90-degree angle. And you can stay here, or if you want a little bit more, try lifting the chest up. So shoulder blades are lifting off the floor. Inhale, lift the chest up even higher. Exhale, tap the heel, right heel down. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, tap left foot, left heel down. And now switch. Each side, one breath, one movement. See if you can lift the shoulder blades up even higher. Now, this move looks really easy, but it is deceptively challenging, especially on those lower ab muscles. Really start to feel this whole core lighting up. If this feels like too much for you, you can always lower your shoulder blades down, place your hands by your side, and you'll still get that lower abdominal engagement here. But again, if you want that added challenge, try lifting the shoulder blades up off the floor. We're going to do 3 more each side, tapping the heel down, trying to flex the feet. 2 more. Last one. Nice. Slowly lower down. Bring the knees into the chest. Gently rock side to side. Beautiful job. All right. Rock and roll along the top of the mat. And then cross your ankles. Place the hands on the floor. Uncross the feet. And then let's shift back into a high plank position. Lift the hips up towards the sky. Downward facing dog. So we're going to do one more round of core after this. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, lower it down. Bend the knees. Look to the front of the mat. Step jump, hop your way up to the front. Utkatasana chair pose. Sweep the hands across the floor. Open the hands out. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Inhale, fill the chest with air. Exhale, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Twisted chair. So we've been here before. You have the option to open the hands out to the side, slide them. So for this next sequence, we're going to go over that first standing series that we did. We're going to continue building off of it, and then we're also going to introduce revolved side angle. So you can stay here, take one more breath. Exhale, bring your hands back to the side to a prayer position. Gaze down at your right foot. Ground into the right foot. Start to lift that left foot up. We're going to move into standing knee to, we're actually going to move into a revolved side angle from here. So ground to the right foot, step the left foot back. Great job. So now we're in a revolved side angle. Our hands are still in a prayer. You can stay here, or you can open them out to the side. And I will go this way. If you want to get even deeper into the pose, take your left hand, place it to the outside of the right foot, and then open the hand up to the side. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Start to bring your hands back to a prayer. Bring the hands back to center. Inhale, sweep arms overhead, high crescent lunge. Great job. So we've been here before. Take a moment to settle in. Take one more big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, left hand reaches forward, right hand reaches back, high crescent lunge twist. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, left hand reaches forward, right hand reaches back, gaze past right fingertips. Inhale, reach arms overhead. Exhale, pivot the left foot down, open up, warrior two. So same cues as before. Start to bend into that right knee, right heel to the center of the left arch. Roll shoulder blades away, gaze past right fingertips, left hand reaches behind you, parallel to the floor, opening hands out to a T. Take a big breath here, inhale. Exhale, right forearm, top of right thigh, sweep left arm overhead. Continue to bend into that front right knee as you press into the pinky side edge of the left foot. You can stay here. Again, if you want that added challenge, try lifting the right arm overhead. Turn on those oblique muscles, those core muscles. Make sure that you're not sinking your weight into the side of the body. Really using our core strength here to lift up the body here. One more breath. Exhale, lower the right forearm down. Lift back up. Warrior two, gaze past right fingertips. Turn the right palm up. Reach forward. Reverse your warrior. Right arm reaches overhead. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Turn the left toes up, left heel up rather. Step the right foot back. Option to three-legged vinyasa, keeping it lifted. Or you can always modify or take regular vinyasa. Your choice. Meet me back into a downward facing dog. We're going to move over to the left-hand side. We're going to do one more little quick round of core. And then we're going to get ready to close out our practice today. Take a big breath here. Inhale. Exhale, open mouth sigh, let it go. Great job. On your next inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, left knee, right up, tricep. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, kick it back, three-legged dog. And exhale, lower down. Bend the knees, look to the front of the mat. Step, jump, hop your way up to the front. Utkatasana chair pose. Sweep your hands across the mat. Open the hands overhead. Sink into your heels. So much so that you can almost lift the toes up off the floor. Tuck tailbone under, engage the core. Take a big breath here, inhale. Exhale, bring hands to heart center, to prayer. One more big breath here, inhale. Exhale, right elbow to the outside of the left knee, twisted chair. We've been here before. How does this chair feel compared to the other chairs that we've taken today? Maybe you can get even deeper. Maybe your quads are getting really sore. That's also the case. If you want to fly the arms here, you always have the option to fly the mat to the side. Try to keep the neck nice and neutral. One more breath here, inhale. If your hands are flying, try to bring them back to a prayer. Look at the left big toe, ground into the left foot. Start to lift the right toes up to hover. Now, you can stay here, but we're going to move into revolved side angle. So, if you need a little bit more support, you can always place the hands down on the mat. If not, slow and with control, step the right foot back. High crescent lunge, revolved high crescent lunge, great job. Way to stick the landing. So we're using our right elbow as traction to open up the side of the body. You can stay here. You can fly the arms out to the side. If you want to get even deeper into a stretch, take the right hand, place it to the outside of the left foot, and use that to help open the body even deeper. So today's class featured lots of twists, and twists are really great for digestion, and they're also really great for relieving low back pain. So hopefully this class will be helping you if you experience any of those ailments. It's also really good for you if you sit in a seated position for a long period of time. If your hands are back on the floor, start to bring them back to a prayer position, moving into our standing knee to chest. So look at the left big toes, take a big breath here, inhale, or actually bring the hands into a prayer back to the center, and then inhale, lift the chest up, high crescent lunge. We're actually not doing standing knee to chest on this one. Inhale, sweep arms overhead, roll shoulder blades away, moving into our high crescent lunge twist. Inhale here. Exhale, right hand goes forward, left hand goes back, gaze past left fingertips. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, right hand forward, left hand back. One more time. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Exhale, right foot pivots down, open up, warrior two. So open the hands out to a T, sink into that front left knee, gaze past right fingertips. One more big breath here, inhale. Exhale, left forearm on top of left thigh, right arm reaches overhead, extended side angle. So again, you can stay here if you want that added core challenge. Lift the left arm up, imagine you're grabbing that big beach ball, turn the obliques on, maybe bring a smile to the corner of your lips, release this dopamine. Maybe close your eyes, imagine you're somewhere on a nice beach. One more breath here, inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Turn the right palm forward, reach forward, reverse your warrior. Right hand on right thigh or right calf. And exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step the left foot back. Option the three-legged vinyasa. Meet me back in a downward facing dog. Great job. We'll be here for a few breaths. One more breath here. All right, the end of your next exhale, start to bend the knees, lift to the front of the mat. Step, jump, hop your way up to the front. Lower back down. All right, so we're getting near to the end of class. We're going to actually move into a cool down. So grab the back of your thighs, slowly lower the chest all the way down. Moving into bridge to counteract all the front opening of the body we did. So knees are about hip distance apart, feet are about hip distance apart. Use your fingertips to graze the back of your heels. Tuck the tailbone down. Inhale, lift the hips up for bridge. Take one more breath here. Exhale, lower down. Now we'll do one more round of bridge. You have the option to continue lifting the hips up, or if you want to make it even more challenging, try lifting one leg at a time, so I'll demonstrate that. On your next inhale, tuck the tailbone under, pressing the low back into the mat. Exhale, lift the hips up towards the sky. Start to ground into the left foot. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Keep the hips level, trying to keep weight equal in the hands. One more breath here. Exhale, lower the right foot down. Start to ground into the right foot. Inhale, lift the left leg up. If you're in bridge pose, if you want to get deeper into bridge pose from a regular bridge, you can try interlacing your fingers behind you and rolling onto the top of your shoulders. Or if that doesn't feel good to you, just stay in a neutral bridge. If your left foot is lifted, slowly start to lower it down. Reset, ground into both feet, and slowly, everyone, lower down your back. Bring your knees into the chest and gently rock side to side to give yourself a nice lower back massage here. Maybe close the eyes. Great job. Start to move into our supine twist. Extend the left leg long. Keep the right knee into the chest. Open the arms out to a side, either to a T, or you can cactus the arms. You can take the left hand to the outside of the right knee and gently bring the right knee over to the left-hand side, gaze past right shoulder, supine twist. So closing out our practice today with another simple twist, a supine twist. This can feel really, really nice. And this is also a really great pose if you're waking up in the morning or if you're going to bed to just allow some gentle movement into the spine. Maybe close the eyes here if you feel safe to do so. On your next inhale, bring your knee back to center. Draw the left knee into the chest. Extend the right leg long. Take the right hand to the outside the left knee. Allow the left hand to fall over to the left side, either to a T or to cactus. And then draw the left knee over to the right side. Gaze past left shoulder, supine twist. So feel yourself melting into the mat, melting into the floor. Slowing down our breathing, taking those long, deep inhales and those long, deep exhales. On your next inhale, bring your knee back to center. Bring both knees back to center. Gently sway side to side. And final low back massage here as we get ready for our final resting pose, Shavasana. If you like to take happy baby, you're more than welcome to take that. You can bring the knees into the chest and then grab the pinky side edge of your feet. Or if you want to move into Shavasana and take that early, you can do that here as well. If you're in a happy baby, you can try gently rocking side to side. Maybe close the eyes. If you're in Shavasana, let the legs reach out in front of you. Bring your arms by your side, palms face up, and start to settle in. If you're in happy baby, we'll take one more breath here. Start to come back to center. Release the pinky side edge of the feet and extend the legs long, everyone moving into Shavasana. So as we close out our practice here today, I invite you to center in, close the eyes, feel the body melting into the floor. Maybe take a body scan here, starting from the crown of the head and slowly moving through the body. Release any tension in between the eyebrows. Release any tension in the jaw. Release the tongue away from the top of the mouth. Let the shoulders rest into the mat. Feel the hips get heavy. Feel this relaxing sensation travel through the arms all the way down to the fingertips. And feel it like honey warming up the body, melting, flowing all the way down to the legs until it reaches the toes. Shavasana. Now, you're more than welcome to stay here for a few more breaths. So we're reaching the end of our practice for today. So feel free to pause the video if you would like to take it a little bit longer. But if not, we'll take a few breaths here and then we'll close out our practice. If you'd like to take a longer Shavasana, feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, start to make some circles with the ankles. Start to make some circles with the wrist. We'll take one more final stretch all together. On your next inhale, sweep your arms overhead, point the toes. Big final stretch of the day. And exhale, let it go. If you feel safe to do so, keep your eyes closed, roll over onto one side, and gently press yourself back up into a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me today in our twist, our heavy, intensive twist and revolved side angle class today. I hope your low back feels relieved. I hope this also may help with your digestion. Let me know, keep me posted on how you feel and what you're looking forward to in the future. Again, my name is Elisha. I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are. Namaste. Thank you so much.